Do you hate Valentine's Day as much as I do? More importantly, do you hate it for the same reasons that I hate it? Whether you do or not, there's some good lessons to be learned about your marketing from my hatred for superficial holidays. Now, let's jump in. 3 things we want to consider today: authenticity, personal touch, and predictability. What do I mean by that? The main reason why I hate Valentine's Day, and I say hate tongue-in-cheek, I don't literally sit around thinking about the holiday, really. It never really comes to mind. Keep in mind, I've been married almost 15 years, and I've gotten away for 15 years without celebrating Valentine's Day. This may be good marketing for people in relationships as well. But here's the bottom line. The reason why I hate it is the same reason I'm not a big fan of holidays like Halloween. They've become these shells of superficial commercialism. All right? It's just a day to sell candy to people, just like Halloween is. Right? It's been perpetuated as this: you have to participate or your woman or man is not going to love you properly, and they're not going to feel loved if you don't celebrate this special day that we're telling you you have to celebrate. Well, where's the authenticity in that? Where is my wife feeling singled out and special because I chose to spend time thinking about and doing great things for her, instead of being ordered to do it by some corporation that just wanted to sell me candy to give to her? Okay, so that's the first thing. In your marketing, you always want to be authentic. You don't want to be cliched. You don't want to come at people with superficial reasons why, so many of the clients that I look at, when you look at their messaging, it's, we're the number one thing in the thing. Well, okay, so is everybody. We're all the number one thing in the thing. It's, why do you do what you do? What makes you authentic? If you've been around my channel for any length of time, you understand the reason why I do what I do is because I am a hater of human suffering. And I think that people doing good things in life and in business can lead to people having a positive impact on their lives. Sounds strange for a business to think like that, but I argue that if more businesses believed that way, we'd have a world that's a lot better off and not so self-interested. All right, that's authentic. That is a message straight from my heart, and it's one that people can connect with, instead of me telling them I'm the best, number one, whatever. 2, personal touch. And this is tied to the same thing. I don't want a holiday telling me how I have to celebrate. I want to celebrate with my wife in my own unique way. One of the things I also hate birthday cards, for example. Why am I going to pay somebody else to tell my wife I love her when I can do it? Even if I'm not a great writer, it still comes from the heart. It still comes from in here. One of the things she used to ask me early in our marriage, she doesn't do it so much anymore because I think I finally convinced her, is, what do you love about me? Or if I just spouted off some cliches like, you're beautiful and you're smart and I love the way you raise our kids, like, okay, great. But no, one of the reasons why I love you, and I loved you from the beginning, is that your ambitions were focused on helping human souls. The first conversation she and I ever had when we first met, it was our second date, so it wasn't our first conversation, but our first real deep conversation. I asked her, what do you want to do with your life? And she gave me this list of things she wanted to accomplish that were all focused on her succeeding, but her using that success to help people who had similar problems to the ones she had growing up, or to help people get out of problems that were put on them by people that were in her and their lives. That's awesome. That's what I love about you. I also love the fact that she's the type of woman that if she sees someone trying to beat me up, she'll throw a punch before I will. Nice to have a lady like that on your team. But that's personal touch. Your marketing needs to think about talking with your customer, your client, your people in a very similar way, in a personal way that goes back to the authenticity. Number 3, stop being so predictable. I'm not going to let some holiday tell me when it's time to celebrate my wife. I like to bring flowers or candies unexpectedly for no reason. Just do it on some day that's not even close to a holiday. Why? Because that spontaneity keeps things interesting. It keeps people interested. When you're predictable, again, with canned cookie cutter messaging that so many websites use, I've literally had to go into websites for clients and tear apart their About Us page. Because I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Nobody's reading this and getting inspired. Are you inspired when you read it? If not, then cut it out. Stop being so predictable. Stop not putting your personal touch and telling people who you are and why you do what you do. Now would you like to buy my thing? and being always 100% authentic with your audience. I hope you got a lot out of this. Subscribe YouTube, like on Facebook, get into our social media ninja academy if you have not already. There's a lot of great success stories coming out of the academy for the folks that are there, not just from the help that I've been giving, but it's a place where creators and entrepreneurs have been able to come together and share things that they're doing. You know, I'm the person who runs it, and I've learned a ton from the people that we have there that I've been able to apply to my success. If you're not in there, you're outside of a place where people genuinely care, not just about your success, but care about you, okay? Jump in there if you haven't already. I'll have a link to where you can get in the description below. Love you guys. We are stronger than I. See you next time.